fun, ladies and gentlemen. Marco, this is a good crowd. This is what I'm talking about, man. Y'all understand what it is. Everybody having a good time? Y'all fresh off the plane? No, dead ass. Y'all wait. Y'all fresh off the plane or y'all going? Fresh, y'all ran over here? Oh, from the Hilton? Oh, but y'all going after? Oh, so you was like, hurry up, we got to go now. That's dope, though. So what's up, man? Everybody from the Bay in the building? Everybody? Everybody? From Stockton? That's the Bay. Ain't no Bay water, but we we'll make you one of us, man. Are we recording live yet? Are we started live? We are? Oh, wow. We're all the way live in the AT&T THANKS Sound Studio of San Francisco with some of my Bay Area friends. Make some noise. You know why we're all gathered here today, aren't we? We have a superstar. We have a legend about to come out here. We're going to talk to him, you know what I mean? But before I get started, I want to know everybody's moment. Do you remember the first time you heard a Too Short record? Do you do? You do? What's the first time you heard Too Short? What was the first time?
Probably like in middle school.
What song was it?
I'm a player.
Oh, really? Oh. You guys are a little bit older. What was the first time you heard Too Short? What's the song?
Cuss words.
Give me some. Give me some. That's what I was, middle school. Short dogs in the house, cuss words. Y'all remember that one? You know how it starts? It goes, take my bitch. She don't complain about shit because she's my hoe. I had that knocking in my room, and my mother heard that from the other room. Oh, that was a wonderful whooping I got that day. That's when I learned to keep it in my headphones. So we're going to bring him to the stage, the legend himself with the brand new album, The Pimp Tape. I want y'all to show your love for the man himself. Too Short is in the building right now. Let's get it started. Give it up for him, y'all. Yeah. With the backpack? What's going on, brother? Too Short's in the house, man. Y'all know you get the brand new album. Did y'all get the Pimp Tape? Yeah. Now, I want to know how you did it, man. That album is incredible.
Cool.
It's like, I really love it to the death. Like, really, you know me, I'm a hater. And I love your album. So if I say I love it, I love it.
Well, man, I appreciate the support you've been giving me recently, you know, showing up to the parties and whatnot.
Oh, man, I'm having a ball.
And have it really moving up in there, so, you know.
I've been going to all the Too Short record release parties with him and living the Too Short life. It's a good life.
You see how much fun I be having.
Oh, my God. I
don't even pay attention to the party. I'm just having fun.
Yo, you be having a ball, man. Has it always been like this? Like, you've been doing it for to me, you're a superstar. So I feel like you always been doing it. But right. You be like, are you still having fun?
I've really been enjoying life, man. Like, not lately, but like the whole time. Like, for real. I'm dead serious.
So when you was putting together the Pimp Tape, what made you want to call it the Pimp Tape?
Well, it started off, the working title was 3 Decades of Game. And, you know, Fab was the motivation. Mr. Fab was truly the energy of the, you know, how we got this off the ground. But I didn't want to make an album, man. I really did not want to make an album. I was cool with where it was at. I'm like, the legacy, I see it, it's there. I do features. I still work in the studio, but I'm like doing shows and stuff, and just everything was cool. But Fab was like, he was like, man, I counted. You got 19 albums, and it's not a good number to stop at. So he was like, you got to make album number 20. You got to do it. And he just seriously forced me to do it, man. So all I said was, okay, if you're going to talk me into an album, then you got to come in here and, like, literally, like, I'm not calling nobody about no features, no nothing. Fab, he made it happen. He got producers. He was sending me beats. He was sending me features. He was doing everything. So, you know.
Why would you not want to make another album?
It takes a certain motivation,
right.
And you know, it's easy to make a song. Like it's cool. It's not a problem. But I just didn't want to do it because life was good. You know, it wasn't really a financial thing. There was no reason to do it. So, but now guess what happened? I started making songs. And now I can't stop making songs, man.
So now we're going to go all the way to 30, album 30 with it.
Man, I got 50 songs in the can, man. It's like, it's too much.
They're going to keep going with it.
I can't stop now. It's like I'm hooked on hip-hop again.
But see, I'm like surprised you said you didn't want to do it. But how many retirements did you have?
Officially, I'd say at least, I don't know, at least 3 or 4. I don't know.
3 or 4. Why? I want to know, like, why do you keep doing this to us?
Hip hop is a drug.
Right.
It is a very addictive drug. If you're a DJ, if you do any part of hip hop, if you dance, anything, like age does not make that fun go away. You know what I mean? Like if you're an old rapper, I'm sure you got a little home studio, or you may be in the car rapping. Like it doesn't go away. So we haven't had one rapper successfully retire willingly yet.
True. This is true. Willingly. That's the cold part. It's that willingly part.
No, we have retired rappers, but they have
right.
not
They
retired
haven't willingly.
themselves.
We got to force them out. But with you, it's not like I don't think about the retirement. I think about you always make a hit record. So when you make them, you like, I know this is a hit. Or you just like, man, I'm making this. I put it out. Oh, shit.
Well, I only have one Too Short fan. Just one. I'm focused on the one fan. I know what that person wants. I know how to make music for the Too Short fan.
Right.
So if my real fan is happy, then everybody's happy. So
what does a Too Short fan really want from Too Short?
a lot of bass.
Yeah.
A lot of ish talking.
Yeah.
A lot of.
Did you just censor yourself? I just had stories of how the first time we heard your music and you censored yourself.
Well, you know.
Let it fly, man. We here.
Well, it's got to have a lot of shit talking, tons of shit talking, and it's always I really sneak this educational thing in where it's like I call it game, and I just spit the game, and it's just like you're supposed to know these things, and if you don't, you know, I'm teaching them to you. So people come to me all the time. They say, man, you taught me a lot growing up, so I did that on purpose, and now I think it's just, man. Right now, it's just like it's for hip hop right now, and we got this thing it's a terrible thing going on because it's a great business, and rappers are doing really good, but we got a whole group of people sitting over here going, man, rap is trash now, and then you causing the young homies to go, well, shut your old ass up, we ain't fucking with y'all, get out the way, and then we all of a sudden, I think the OG started it myself, and we put this bridge in between our hip hop generations, and it's like. I know you don't, the 45-year-old hip-hop fan, I know you don't understand what your kids are doing or what they're listening to, but don't you remember when you was 20 and you was in high school and you had your little young rapper, what your parents used to say? You called it crap, right?
I remember that part, but I don't, because I'm upper there too, so you know what I'm saying. I may look like a spring chicken out here, but I'm not. I'm honest with it. But sometimes the messages that they put in their music, I don't feel with the message they were selling. I mean, growing up on a Too Short record, I mean, I may have thought wrongly of women, and pimping was like a great job to me. But the things, I think they selling drug use and sadness. Like, they really sad. Your records was about party, have a good time. I see these young kids since these records, I'm like, yo, bro, you gonna kill yourself? You okay? Should we buy you something? What you need? Do you see the difference in the kids? I don't think they party like we party. Your records was about party. When they came on, it was about grabbing girls, dancing. We gonna sing these songs all together. I don't get the same thing, and that's why sometimes
the core
I
of it,
divide.
and one of the main motivations for young Too Short and people from my era was let's get some money, and we've tried to figure out a way how to go in the studio, get the songs mixed down, get them mastered and manufactured and distributed and get the money back to us. We tried to do that. And I just look at it the same way now. I'm like, if you crying on the record talking about I'm taking these opioids and I'm hooked on them and I don't know if I want to live tomorrow, but at the same time, it's a business to that. And, you know, you can give rap all these subcategories or whatever, but drug rap, whatever you want to call it, dope fiend rap, I don't know what you want to call it, but I look at it like, there's a guy sitting in the studio figuring out a way how to get some money. Right. So and
it's a hustle to the person. It's not like they really sad.
Yeah, you know, if you take Molly and Percocet, man, you fucked. So, but when you listen to Molly Percocet, that shit sound good.
Right, but then it's like, I don't remember that. When I was growing up, the records that we was singing, you know what I mean? Like cuss words, I hear that. When I hear somebody sing, I'm like, yo, you know you're singing about killing yourself? Like, isn't that weird to you? Like
well,
a little bit.
All you need is a hot record, and your phone starts ringing. And right now, it never happened before in rap, but right now, one hot song, two hot songs that get you $25,000 a night. And one hot, you know, 1 million followers, 2 million followers, 5 million followers. You getting endorsement deals. You got merch. You got products you can put out. It's a whole new game. So I'm just saying, it's business, man. It's Christmas. It's back to school. It's, you know, we got to get the kids some stuff.
But when a young kid comes to you and be like, "Short, man, I want to rap. I want to get on. I want to make it." You be like, "I came from the trunk to doing this to making it here. All you got to do is put it on the internet." What do you tell a kid like that? You, man, y'all got it good. Like, how can y'all complain?
Well, you know, that's what I'm saying. I admire the new platform. I love the way it is right now. So I think we should just appreciate the business of hip hop. I think that we should realize that right now today we have some really good rappers. We have some really trash rappers. We have everything in between, and that has not changed. Do you remember the 80s and the 90s? It was a lot of whack rappers.
Hell of them. It was hell of them. It was more, but we only had like 10 superstars back in the day, and everybody else, it was like 10 of bad ones. Now there's like 100 bad ones because everybody.
They even had mumble rap back in the day.
Who?
Daz Effects? Who?
That wasn't mumble rap. Be cool, man.
Who never heard Daz Effects? Go bump it right now. Tell me if that ain't
I hope y'all all heard Daz Effects in here. No, we aging ourselves? Yeah, I figure so. It's on the pimp tape.
But it was a lot of rap that you couldn't necessarily decipher every word. It was, I mean, come on now, man.
You're right. I'll give you that one.
It ain't no fun to be young making hip hop if your parents like it.
Wow. I never thought of it like that.
She's like, don't say that. You want your mama to be like, what are you listening to?
Yeah, true. I've gotten a lot of trouble off of these tapes. You know what I mean? I got a lot of trouble.
Hey, yo, whoever got their ass whooped for listening to a Too Short song? a real whooping.
No, a real whooping.
I hear that story so much, like, walked around the corner, what? And the ass whooping commences.
When you hear these stories, is that funny to you, or you be like, yo?
It's funny when somebody like 40 is telling you the story. Got my ass whooped listening to you when I was little.
What do you think about the generation of dudes that you raised?
Well, you know, I think just like we talking about hip-hop and what it's doing and the subjects and stuff, I feel like I never in my life got off the mic, got off stage, and walked around acting like a pimp, disrespecting women, all this stuff. It was always Too Short the character, on wax, videos, whatever. I do an interview, I do it like this. I'm telling you who I am. But I think a lot of people I raised, like, they took it a little too far. Like,
so you was like, hey guys, this is a character. I really don't do that.
I'm like, you're not going to get any pussy tonight because you've called every girl in the club a bitch.
They be like, Too Short. You said reach on over and grab her leg. I learned that from you. It doesn't work.
Too Short is the over-exaggerated ego of most men. It's me sitting there writing songs going, you know.
I heard a dude sigh. He went, oh.
Like, you know, art imitates life, but then it turns around and life imitates art. So I sit there. I put that energy out there. Right. And even though I'm not going around walking in rooms going, bitch, suck my dick. Actually, the music speaks for me.
So you never have to do it. Your song comes on, and you be like.
But I think some people got it a little, you know, off a little bit because they looked at it like, well, I'm going to go around acting like Short Dog. And it's not, you got to finesse it a little bit. You can't just do it like I said exactly on the record. That's Too Short. Too Short could walk in and be like, bitch, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to work. It's not going to work for just anybody.
Here goes a classic question. I said this to someone last night, and I was wondering. So I've been with Short going to all the record release parties. Big fan. Got all the records, and I'm playing everything, right? Is there any part of your lyrics that you've heard come out where even you said to yourself, like, wow, that was a crazy one?
When I go back and listen to some old songs that I haven't heard in a while, I do remember how I used to think back then when I was writing. I used to have just had all these raps. Because remember, I made a lot of songs before I ever got a deal. I had a lot of songs. So if you knew the early Too Short, like before 1987, like early 80s Too Short, I recycled all those rhymes. All those old rhymes from the streets of Oakland ended up on albums later on. And I used to sit there and I would just not even like, you write a rhyme and you like writing your rhyme. I would just write on a piece of paper the craziest shit I could think of. Like, I busted a nut and killed the bitch. Like, I wrote that before I wrote the song about Blowjob Betty. I knew what was going to happen. She was going to get shot in the face and die. So I had to write a song. I had to tell the story.
Yo, So, and then I look at records like I keep going back to cuss words. Is you and Ice Cube together? And I was like, he even called himself the bitch killer on the record. Now he make kid movies. I was like, they let you in the studio? you walk around kids and you was the bitch killer.
Yeah, I mean, literally, like a song like cuss words, I say, motherfucking shit, goddamn asshole. Like I'm just sitting there saying, how many cuss words can I say in a row and make it rhyme? Literally. Right. And it just worked. Motherfuck you, damn shithead bitch. That's too short.
You made my life with it, brother, and I thank you for it. Every minute, every second of every song.
The coldest shit I think I ever said was when I say bitch on the beginning of Dolphin beat, when it first comes on. Yeah. That's the essence of Oakland to me. That's the real Too Short.
And when you see grown women sing that record, does it still blow your mind?
Yeah, well, that's the one thing that I never really understood. How or what did I put in the music to make these really like lawyer, doctor, like corporate chicks they just hear shake that monkey and turn into a hoe? Like, what did I do?
It was her inner hoe coming out. She was only a hoe when the song comes on.
I was talking to somebody about that. I can't think who it was, a DJ or something. We were talking about records that bring the hoe out of you. And it was like, Wicked to do it. Like you just want to know? You want to know? You want to know who she is? Put on Shake That Monkey. Just let it slide on, see if she know the words.
And you go, oh, okay. So when you did this pimp tape, man, what was the message you was trying to tell everybody on this one?
Well, it was the big empty void, big ocean void in hip hop is game right now. Like it's not really a popular thing right now. It's a lot of blatant tricking going on in verses and drug behavior. Like it's like I'm gonna get a bitch all my money and just while I sleep here with all my jewelry on, high on heroin. Like what the fuck, man? So I just wanted to I thought it was just motivation by Mr. Fab again. He's like, man, you gotta spit this game, man. They're gonna forget. Like I had to remind you, like there's rules to this, man. You can't just walk in the door and say, hi, what's your name? Can I buy you something? How much does it cost for me to be with you? That's what are you doing? Like they really teaching this shit like it ain't tricking if you got it. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. As we all know, the tricking is at an all-time high.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool for them to trick. I don't think it's cool, but I think they think it's cool to trick now.
Yeah, and the ladies are loving it.
Yeah, of course. They're getting over with it, running over them. Anyone got a trick in their life? No? I was waiting for somebody to go, I got one. Sugar daddies, all that count. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Western Union. For real, though.
So what else we going to look forward to with the album, man?
Say again?
You going to sing?
No, what'd you say?
What else you I was like, you about to sing?
No, what'd you say? What'd you say?
I said, what else we got to look forward to on this album?
Well,
I really thought you said you was going to sing next. I was like, oh, that's going to be great.
I never did the auto-tune.
Ever.
I just didn't do. I don't know what it would sound like. I like auto-tune records, but I don't know what I would sound like auto-tuning. But the album is dope, man. The next phase is, now that it's out, the plan has always been the visual game. And basically, I didn't really want to make an album where I'm trying to compete with every rapper and be the hottest rapper. I just wanted to make a really dope body of work that didn't come out today, and then 2 weeks later you be like, yeah, the OG dropped the album. Yeah, there's old news. So it's a long extended plan of visuals that are gonna really bring the whole thing to life. And it's you saw the Ain't My Girlfriend video, right? Everything's gonna be kind of on that vibe, like kind of different or sexy or just like powerful visuals and stuff. So get ready for it. It's long from over. And then in 2 months, like right before Christmas, the album is gonna get repackaged in a box set, and it's gonna be probably 50 songs in there or something. It's a whole nother album that I made called The Last Tape, Another Retirement, and it's pretty dope too. Like we got to doing those songs, man, and I just kept going and kept going and kept going. So now I got these leftover songs. I got to do something with them, You got
to put them out.
So it's a lot going on, man. Really, I'm feeling like for hip hop, what I want to do now is I just want to kill the whole, the expiration date of. We don't know when it is, but we keep thinking that we know when it is. We keep saying old ass this, old ass that. We just don't know how long E40 is going to make hot records. We don't know when Jay-Z is going to drop another album. We don't know when Snoop Dogg is going to tap out, And I'm personally going to be a part of that where you can say all you want. The OGs can hate on the youngsters all they want, and the youngsters can be like, I ain't listening to your old-ass shit, whatever. But I guarantee you, you're a 20-year-old rapper right now. You're having a good career. I guarantee you, you would love to be where I'm sitting 32 years from now. You would love it. So, you know, I just can't. I can't hate within the hip-hop community. I cannot hate. I can't let you tell me the shit got worse because it got better. Right. So we lost. Okay, we don't have a Chuck D right now. But yes, we do. We just won't fucking celebrate it. Somebody out there is very Chuck D-ish out there right now that we won't put him on the radio and we won't celebrate him because he ain't talking about Percocet. So we ain't fucking with him.
But in your position, no one ever could take the Too Short spot.
Nobody.
There'd never be another Too Short.
Nobody
so,
never
like,
even
you could
stole
do
my
it
voice.
Forever.
You know how when a rapper gets hot, they steal his voice? Yeah. It's flow. Nobody ever got me. I don't know.
They took your words, but they couldn't take your flow and they couldn't take you. Like, you're timeless.
You can't duplicate the game either because the game is it's like the Bible. Like, it's there. And no matter how many times I rephrase it or I put it in another, title or something, I'm still spitting game, and it's real. Like, you got to stand up on it. You got to be from somewhere like Oakland where they like, bro, that ain't the game, bro. Like, you ain't really it, show dog. Like, So I hear a lot of rappers spitting game, but it's a little bit wrong in there, you're missing it a little bit. You get a guy like T.I., he's always gamed up. A guy like E40 always gamed up, you know the ones. But it's a lot of flaws in some of the people who take that approach. And they don't really get it because they never really been around it or never really lived it. They just kind of mimicking it. The real pimps say, it's not on you, it's in you. The pimping, that is. So.
In all your times of doing your music, what is one song you never made that you wanted to make, or something that you wanted to do that you never got out?
I wanted to make an entire album of songs like The Ghetto and Life is Too Short and, Money in the Ghetto, these songs where I talk about, real stuff. And I was calling it as I was pitching it to Jive Records. I used to call it, I say, I want to do a positive album. Because Jive was the ones who gave me the idea. They asked me, I did an album called You Nasty. And right around that time, it was just like it used to be this thing where I had to do clean songs to get a commercial look. So songs that would be good for radio, songs that, weren't really like the bitch hoe Too Short stuff. And Jive asked me to make the You Nasty album. They said, it's the president of Jive Records, Barry Wise. He's like, you need to make the nastiest, dirtiest fucking album ever. The market is ready for it right now. Like, we can sell this shit. So he literally sent me into the studio to make a dirty album, which I was like, cool. But I said immediately, like, I got to counter it because go listen to the old Too Short albums. They would be laced with these kind of positive, social, conscious songs, and then it would go bam, and it get real dirty. And I was doing that on purpose. I was never just dirty rapping Too Short. Never. So when I went to go make the positive album, it got like this. It was like, nah, it's not time for that. Nah, they're not ready for that. Like, they really did not want to fucking put out music with positive messages. It got to that point. And that's the one thing that I felt got away from me. That's the only project I ever wanted to make. I had actually in my computer, I had all the songs mapped out. Even the ones that I didn't record yet, I knew what the titles were going to be, and I knew what the whole thing was going to be. It was going to be a dope-ass album that it's not too late to make it now, but at the same time, I never got to do it. That was probably 15, 20 years ago. Like more than 15 years ago that I was trying to do that.
You get around to it. Y'all like to hear that, wouldn't y'all? Yeah.
Nah, they want that.
No, they want the bitch.
Yeah.
They was like, yeah.
Positive.
Is he going to shake some monkey when he's positive, though? You know what I mean? Now, we're always live in the AT&T THANKS Sound Studio over here. And we're going to everybody online that's watching, you have to catch us on the behind the scenes. We're going to give y'all a taste of this new album. Y'all want to hear it, correct? Now, they got it all geared up. Y'all ready? What song you want to play?
Oh, don't do me like that, man. Because I already